What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Ignite. I'm Justin.
And I'm Reagan. Today we got the opportunity to meet Talene Howe, co-owner of Howe Farms.
Howe Farms is a successful business that oversees over 7 different wedding venues. Their business is unique in the fact that they don't work on Saturdays because of their beliefs.
We had the opportunity to not only meet Talene, but also tour their facilities as well. Our goal today was to talk with Talene about how to create a successful business without compromising one's beliefs.
With that being said, let's get into the video.
Hey Talene, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Reagan. Great. Thanks for having me, inviting me.
Yes, of course. So we're gonna start with a little game.
Okay. I like games.
Yes. So we have 5 different wedding plans here.
Okay.
They all had different budgets, and
Okay.
we're gonna try and guess which wedding plan had which budget. Okay, so there's a $10 wedding, a $100 wedding, and a $1,000 wedding, $10,000 wedding, and a $50,000 wedding.
Got it.
Okay, so here's our first one. So they all have their different categories. They all had to have the same main categories, like colors, food, a dress and suit, and then the venue,
Okay.
and other things if their budget allowed them to.
All right. So this one I would say is a $1,000 wedding.
Okay, why?
Well, because the decor is very simple. It's out in nature. They don't have a venue,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's I would say that
I'm-
cake is beautiful, but simple. It looks like it might even be homemade, which is really beautiful. I love
Yeah.
it's got some wild flowers on the top for the decoration. So yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
are resourceful for this one.
I'm thinking
Got
this
it.
one may be the $10 one,
Okay.
just because they look like they already owned their outfits,
Oh.
and they're kind of
okay.
just going with it.
Yes,
But-
yes, that's a good detail to tune
But
into.
we can come back to it
Okay.
and see. So here's the next one.
Okay. So they have a caterer, a professional cake. It looks like they've spent money on their rings, and they have some rental equipment with beautiful sofas. They've got florals. Yes, I would say this is a $10,000 wedding.
I agree. I think it looks like
Did
a
we get that one
10,000.
right? Okay.
Well, do you want to check at the end once we're sure, so we can move some around
Oh,
after?
yes, I would love
Okay,
that.
so this
yes.
one's 10,000 for the
Okay.
moment.
All right.
Oh, here, I'll hold it and give
Okay.
you this one because you have to look through different
Okay.
pages.
All right. So I see they've got kind of a more simple meal. Maybe they had friends that helped them put that together. Their outfits are beautiful, but again, on the not overly fancy.
Yeah.
And they have a beautiful cake. The bouquet is very beautiful. It's professional, and they have their rings. So I would
I
say
think there's another
Oh, is
page
there
with
one
the
more?
venue.
Okay. Oh, there's a venue.
There should
Okay.
be.
Oh, okay. This takes it up several notches.
I think the venue is Villa del Balbieno. No.
Oh, good try. Good. That
Thank
one. Okay. And okay, Guatemalan American food.
Mm.
So they've got cultural food. I would say this is I would say this is a $50,000 wedding. I would say I want to
So-
say 10, but it's probably the 50 depending
think
on what
so.
else you have.
I
here.
think depending on the venue, I would also say
yeah, the
50,000.
venue is what takes it up.
Okay, our next one.
Oh, beautiful. But yes, on the charcuterie board is a great way to go. It's kind of like finger food, and yeah, so it wouldn't be as expensive. A beautiful cake, seasonal flowers. They do have some. Yeah, I would say this is probably your $1,000 wedding.
Okay, have we given $100? Oh, you said this one was $100. I said it was 10.
Okay. Oh, I did. Okay, so this is probably the $1,000 wedding then.
Okay, I'm thinking this one is the $100,
Oh, the 100. Okay.
just because I gave this one $10.
Yeah. Okay. So I could see that. Yeah.
Here's our last one.
Oh. Okay.
A lot of pictures. This is good.
Yes. Beautiful pictures. So I think because is there another page? No. Okay, I would say this is probably the $10,000 wedding. because beautiful clothes. They've got invitations. It looks like they've got the florals for both the reception and the wedding itself. Catered food. Yes, they've got an experience here. They have the cameras.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
That
Let's see.
mountain picture in the background is gorgeous.
Yeah. Let's see if I can remember.
And they have doubled
So
up
let's
to those.
let's start from the beginning. Yeah. Okay.
See how close I was.
So this one you said was the $100, and I
I
said
think
this
so.
one was $10.
Okay.
Let's see here.
$10.
$10.
Oh, okay. I was only off $90.
Yeah. And do you think a girl or a guy planned that wedding?
Well, okay, so probably the guy was very happy that with this, but some of the details, the wildflowers on the cake, so it probably was a guy, but I'm gonna say girl.
'Kay.
Yeah, she was very resourceful.
Yeah. And then this one, I think I said this one was $1,000. I probably should have written it down.
I would say at least. Does it have the cater on? No. I would say 10. You said $1,000.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, no, what was
tell you
yours?
what,
I should have written it
I
down.
would say 10,000.
1,000.
1,000. Wow.
Okay.
I tell
This
you
is
what,
going well
that's-
for me. Oh yeah, and do you
Yeah,
think it's a
okay.
girl or a guy who did that one?
Okay. I would say oh wow. I would say girl.
I think so too.
Yeah.
There's 3 girls and 2 guys,
Okay.
just so we know. Okay. This one was our 50,000, I believe.
Okay. Wow.
Do you agree?
Yes, because of the venue. I think that venue takes, and then florals, the cake, everything. I'm almost thinking a guy planned this. He just really went all out.
think so
and
too.
splurged.
I think so
yeah,
too.
I think the guy on
It
that.
was 50,000.
Okay, I got that one right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you helped me a little bit.
And then this one, I said this one was 100.
Okay, I can see that.
I think that's what we just said. Oh, 100.
Oh, look.
Hey,
there.
we're doing so well.
Yay. And then as
Oh,
far as
yes.
who did, I think probably a girl on that one.
I think so
know.
too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
There's a good
go.
color theme throughout it all with the
Mhm.
charcuterie and the flowers
Yes.
kind of developed in one. So I think a
Yes.
girl did that one. And then this one,
Ooh, yeah.
Which
This
one
I
is
guess
it?
this one would have been. We haven't done the 10,000 yet, have we?
no, I don't think so.
I would say 10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know
As
that.
far as who, a guy or girl, I mean, it's in the mountains. It's got a beautiful,
Mhm.
majestic view. I'm thinking a guy, possibly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a girl purely because they
Oh,
used a
those-
Pinterest collage,
Yeah.
and a guy wouldn't have
No,
thought to
they
go to
would
that
not
to plan
have.
it.
No, you're right.
Again, thank you so much for joining us, Talene. So you are the co-owner of Howe Farms,
Yes.
and you have 7 beautiful venues here on this property and another venue in a sister location in Tunnel Hill, Georgia, correct?
Correct.
So how did the idea of Howe Farms really come to life?
Okay. Well, all this property belonged to my husband, Don Howe, before we got married.
Mm.
And as we were looking for a place to get married, we just kept coming back to, we were touring all the venues in the area, and we just kept asking each other, what's better about this than what we have available to us? So that's really how we made the decision
Mm.
to. And there had been other people that had couples that had gotten married out here. And each time they would take the main barn and clear it out, string up some lights, and have a party after the outdoor wedding. So we had that. We had seen those, and so we just decided to do it ourselves.
Mm.
But as we were dreaming of our big day, we kept thinking of all the things that it would be nice to have in the barn. And so we ended up putting in a catering kitchen, a bridal suite, a groom's room. We did a real pretty outdoor patio space with lighted bistro lights over
Mm.
it. It had such a nice magical feel out there. So we were really getting excited about our big day, and we kept adding things, and the cost of all that kept adding up too. So we just thought, well, should we, have a wedding venue? So that's how
Mm,
it started.
nice. And then you just kept designing from there. And how do you keep getting inspiration to design new, beautiful venues with all different vibes to kind of match whatever the couple needs?
Yes. So part of it is listening to our couples and
Mm,
just hearing what they loved and maybe what they could see that might be a good change. So we always love getting feedback from our couples. So that was part of it. And then really just following wedding trends
mm,
and just getting inspiration from different types of styles of venues. So I don't know. Part of it is just, I guess, being a creative. You just
yeah,
start dreaming and thinking, and I do a lot of drawing.
yeah. How long have you been working in the wedding industry?
Well, it's been about 11 years now.
Wow.
And really, we really didn't have any exposure to the wedding industry before our own wedding.
Mm,
And we really didn't put a lot of research into it. We just thought, hey, this is what we
just did it.
want. And then my daughter's wedding came right after that. So we created Ceremony Hill. She wanted to get married. Her and Andy wanted to get married outside. So that was fun to create that. And I just feel like that has been our mode, is just whatever the
Mm,
need was. And with
yeah.
our second venue, we wanted something that had some historical significance to it. So we
Mm,
found a barn up in Navarre, Ohio that had been in General Grant's family for 150 years.
wow.
So we had it dismantled and brought down and erected as our boutique barn and
Mm,
put huge crystal chandeliers in it. It's one of our couple's favorites.
wow. And that's the apple barn,
Yes,
correct?
the apple barn.
Wow, that's beautiful. And then you got married in the vineyard?
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool. Picking a venue is probably one of the first things couples do when planning a wedding.
Yes.
What are some of your tips when couples come to you or just you hear that they're really having a hard time like picking a venue? Like what's one of your top tips for when couples are planning?
So, yeah, that's a good question. And you each person is different. It's just amazing. Some want a huge crowd, and the more the merrier. Others are maybe one of the members and one of the partners, likes a bunch of people, and the other one wants to keep it small and intimate. And then sometimes they like a venue, but they feel like, oh, I'm not going to have enough people to fill it. So
Uh,
I think that there's so many ways to set up to where you can make a big space feel intimate,
mm,
and things that you can do, like if you have a rain day and bring the whole
mm,
the wedding ceremony and the reception into the same space. And I think some of those things cause couples stress because they don't have to think of those issues every day. But for us, it's easy because we know how to pull the team together. We can flip a space in 15
yeah.
minutes. When I say we, I mean the wedding industry in
Right.
general.
Yeah, I've seen on your guys' Instagram and your website that you have this big, beautiful wooden cross
Yes.
that's in the background of a lot of ceremonies or it's in the reception at some place. And I always think that's just so, so
I
beautiful.
love that.
Yeah. As a Christian, what has been one of the most like inspiring aspects of a wedding that you've seen?
Yeah, and I don't think I'll ever get tired of this one, but when the couple is up front
Mm,
getting married, and at some point they have a prayer, and both sides of the family come
mm,
up front and they all pray around the couple together. It's just, to me, it's such a sweet token that everyone's behind this couple to see them grow and succeed. And they're all asking God, they're all depending on God for
mm.
his blessing upon this marriage. So I love that. I
Yeah.
love it.
I think seeing that every time gives me like just chills because even if both families may not agree, or even if they do agree on like beliefs or anything, I still think it's so powerful that they come together and
Yes.
like unite these two
If you
people.
think about it, these families are from probably totally different backgrounds, or at least, they don't know each other like the couple does.
Yeah.
For them to just come together like that is such a powerful statement.
Yeah. And so you're an Adventist,
Yes.
and part of being an Adventist is not working on Saturday or the Sabbath and really resting and just worshiping God and spending time with your family and just, resting as Jesus did. How do you implement those beliefs into your business model?
Well, Reagan, that was probably my biggest struggle in deciding to have a wedding business because I thought the biggest day to have a wedding is Saturday. Everybody wants to get, I mean, when I say, most everyone, the
Yes.
majority want to get married on Saturday. And I thought, we can't just leave them out there to fend for themselves. And it's like, how could we, we have this beautiful property, we have something to share, but how can we do it in a way that, we won't be compromising our values? So Dawn and I prayed about it and talked to, trusted friends. And I think God gave us, well, I know He did, I believe He did, gave us this concept of, when you think about a condo rental, you rent it out for an event and you're not there day of. And so we thought, well, what if we were to rent this out as, just a condo rental and kind of write out all of, the expectations ahead of time. And, at first it felt scary and we didn't present it maybe in the most confident way because we were in uncharted, waters. And so we just presented it to our clients. And at first there was a little bit like, oh, you mean you're just going to leave me out here? But we did, we went on further to explain to them that, you have a contact person if there's an emergency, and we're going to hold your hand and walk you through it all the way up till the day of. And then, we're going to make sure that you have a wedding coordinator and all your vendors are people that, know our venues and can take care of you. So, if there's a toilet that overflows, we're here on, the drop of a dime. We're just very reactive if it's something that's an emergency.
Yeah.
And, God's really blessed us with that because in doing that, He's really shown us how to just fine tune our organization and to be very organized. If, after every weekend, we have a team meeting and we talk about what worked and what didn't work and what we could do better in the future. So if something happened over a wedding and it was something that we're like, oh, that's avoidable if we would do this, if we would take care of that ahead of time. So, and this is just, by the grace of God, but the majority of our vendors, they tell us that they absolutely love working at Howe Farms because they know what to expect. Everything's organized. I have a team that, we have a team that just really is just so helpful and friendly to not only our clients but our vendors too. So yeah, it's been just such a powerful witness.
Yeah. Have any clients or vendors ever given you like a negative comment or any negative sense or not work with you because you weren't there to serve them on Saturdays?
Yes, and that was more at the beginning, and we believe it was more just out of not understanding. We were the only ones that I'm aware of, the only venue that did that.
Yeah.
So, they saw us as doing something that was different and that wasn't the norm, of expectations. So, yeah, we just had to work through those difficulties with a few. There were a few, and they kind of shook us at first because we were already feeling like, is this, are they right? Is this something that can even, should we be doing this? But we, just took some time to work out those wrinkles, and we'll have things that come up, but we try to be humble and, workable and on every level that we possibly can.
Yeah. How did God really show Himself in those hard moments when you were maybe doubting that this model may not work or just anything? Was there like a big moment where you were struggling and you were like, maybe this won't work, but God was like, no, it's fine. This is my plan for you.
Yeah, I think that just came over time with each situation that came up. And, sometimes we would have to do things that we would just figure out how to make it right. Because a lot of times too, it was because we hadn't learned how to foresee all the issues. Because we were a new to the wedding
Yeah.
industry in general. So we were learning about being in the field and yeah. I think with each situation like that that
Mm.
happened, we learned something else from it
Yeah.
and made adjustments. And it just seemed like even though we had a run-in with someone or it wasn't quite the way it should be, that God was able to bless and that the vendor could see that we were, workable and we weren't, we were trying to make it as pleasant as possible. But yeah, and really we owe a lot to our vendors too because they helped us grow and gave us good feedback about
Mm.
what they needed to succeed and be there. So yeah,
Yeah.
real well.
Yeah. I think it's a great way to use your business as a ministry, as you're showing by example what you believe and how you can make both things work. What kind of legacy are you really trying to leave through your business?
Well, I'll tell you, I just love when a couple that gets married out here, the next thing you know, they're pregnant, they're expecting, and they come
Mm.
out here for their bridal portraits.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and then, their first family photo together.
Mm.
And I just, when someone gets married out here, in a certain sense, we kind of feel like they're family. So they've joined the Howe Farms family.
Mm.
And it's just neat to be a part of their significant family events and a
Yep.
lot of firsts in their life. So, one thing that we do that is pretty special when you get married at Howe Farms,
Mm.
we have a picture garden and there are
Mm.
bricks like pavers
Oh, yeah.
on the ground.
Mm.
And each one of those bricks, we engrave their names, the date they got married, and the venue that they got married at.
Wow.
So they can bring their children back here someday and see where their names are etched out here.
That's beautiful. Wow. For some listeners out there who are trying to combine their business or start a business that they may think is impossible to do without compromising their beliefs, like I'm sure was a struggle at some point in your life, what advice would you give to those people?
I would say, first of all, if you're in prayer about it and you feel that this is something that God is leading you in,
Mm.
that oftentimes we don't realize the ripple effect of what our
Mm.
decisions and our influence is on other people. And when you take that step and you say, I'm going to do this, but I have certain values, I have certain things, so I'm going to always stay true to my uh my relationship with Jesus. And if you move forward in that way, and the Bible tells us, you'll hear a voice from behind you saying, this is
Mm.
the way, walk in it. So I think it's a daily thing. It's just decisions every day because there's all kinds of opportunities
Mm.
to either say, well, in this case, no, God will understand. But if
Yeah.
whenever we are true to our values, it's like God multiplies our decision.
Mm.
And we had a guy one time, he was a consultant that came to us and we were asking, how do we grow our business? And he was helping us with our scheduling software.
Mm.
And one of the things he told us is that, everybody wants, people are drawn to organizations or others who define and know what they stand for. It may not be the same thing for everybody, but they respect and value the fact that you have integrity and this is who you are. It actually becomes part of your branding.
Yeah.
So and then it's just so neat because it's opened up a lot of wonderful conversations for us. And we've had all of our venues dedicated to God. And I tell you, the best compliment we ever have received out there at Howe Farms was this bride to be drove onto our property. And during the tour, she said, when I drove onto this property, I just felt God's spirit here. And
Wow.
that just gave us chills. We just love that this is a place where God can be glorified.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's clear through every venue that you are passionate about what you do and and you want to create this beautiful space for memories, for couples, and just for this like new chapter in their lives. But what truly ignites you?
Oh, wow. You know, I like to be faced with or confronted with a need
Mm.
and then figure a way to I really do love hosting people and being part of people's experience making their dreams come true. So
Yeah.
I think that's really what, just to see the excitement when they come into one of the venues and it's almost like they're, getting presents for Christmas and they're like, oh, look at this. I can use this here for that. Or, I
Yeah.
can picture myself walking down the aisle. And it's so fun when you're giving a tour.
Mm.
And sometimes what we do is before we open the doors where they would walk down the aisle, we put on a kind of a traditional wedding song and you turn it on and we open the doors and they see the ceremony site for the first time. And,
Oh.
sometimes they even start crying a little bit and the parents are there and
Yeah.
they're getting all emotional too. And it's just fun to be a part of that,
Yeah.
that this such an incredible once in a
Yeah.
lifetime type memory that they're making right in front of you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you're such an inspiration to me, as I also wanted to work in the wedding industry, but grew up believing I couldn't because I can't work on Saturdays, and most weddings are on Saturdays. And so I figured it wasn't possible until I heard about Howe Farms. So I think it's such a truly inspiring business model that makes two worlds collide that I didn't think I could. And so I want to give you this shirt so that we can match and that you remember us.
Yes,
So
I love the name Ignite. I think that says so much.
thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
and there's a light bulb back there. I like it.
Mhm.
Very cool. Thank
Yes.
you.
Of course, thank you.
Love it.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode with Talene Howe and the ways that her business has flourished and has stayed true to their values.
If you would like to see more of this content, be sure to like and subscribe for our upcoming episodes.
Also, be sure to check out hope.study for more resources and the Bible studies in the links below.
We're glad you could join us today, and we'll see you next time on
Ignite.